Starting. Okay, and I am live. I think I'm 2 minutes late tonight. Sorry if you're already here, if I have people here. If not, then never mind. I'm talking to myself. Or I'm talking to you on the playback. If you're watching on the playback, hi. I'm Michelle from Unicorn and Centaur. And my microphone's on. Oh my gosh, but it's not plugged in. Y'all, every time. Why am I like this? Why do I think I can do things like live stream and like do stuff? Because there's always something like crucial I forget. If you're here and you're watching, I like this. Why do I think I can? If you're here, say hi. We're making rain covers tonight. I'm a little bit disorganized. Here we go. Top chat. Chat publicly. Okay, we're gonna try to do this tonight. Right. Microphone's on. Plugged in. Got it plugged in. Is my iron on? Got my Dr. Pepper. I might have to go and get myself another Dr. Pepper or call Scott to do it because I'm running low. Tonight we're making rain covers, rains for your horse. Oh, Taylor, hey, Taylor, you're here. Taylor, we should make rain covers for the carriage horses downtown, don't you think? Or we should figure out a way to make these for... Yes. Anyway, these go over the reins. So you've got like fancy covers for when you're riding your ponies. And here's one with fringe. Now, I have some that are teal and they're squared off with little accents added to them, but I can't find them because, of course, I can't. So, right, wouldn't they be cool? If rain covers, for my equestrians who are watching, I love making really simple rain covers. They're just an easy way to make a costume look like a thing on a horse. It kind of changes your whole look. The same way like putting a wig on a human makes you a whole different person. You just put rain covers on a horse on your bridle and it's just a whole other thing. So you need... And let's go over what we need. We need some fabric, and I have a ton of fabric. I did not actually buy anything for tonight's live stream. I was like, you know what? I have a metric poop ton of fabric, and I have a lot of trim and things that people have given me. I've had some very generous donations from a couple of businesses and a couple of people here in town, so I thought, let me see what we can make. So you need some fabric, like... For example, here's some, look at this color. Like I don't do anything in red, but this is just fantastic. This is some sort of like taffeta or something. It's kind of shiny, but it's pretty durable. So I might make something with that just because it's pretty. And then you'll need some trim to go around the edges or like off the end of it. Tonight, I think I want to make something triangular with, ooh, but see, I only have one of these. This was like a drapery thing. Y'all, this came from an estate, a B&B here. This couple were closing down their B&B and they wanted to donate all this fabric and all this trim. So there's all these old drapery things that I've got. But these are very 70s. Oh my gosh. I should like hot glue these to the inside of my car, like around the windows. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. No, no, wait, where is it? Is this too much? Is this too much red? The red would look good on our tags. I don't know. Maybe I hate this. Maybe I hate it. So anyway, that was one of my things. Let me show you what else I got here. Oh, what else do you need? You need a measuring device because you do have to kind of measure it and make it. You don't have to measure it. You could always eyeball it, I guess. Paper is helpful to make a pattern. For the barding, there's medieval barding that goes on the reins and off of, it's what they call the little, you know, I can't even words tonight. I made a pattern for the rain covers that I made that were squared off, and this is more like medieval barding. And you can see I left seam allowances, and there is for to lay it on the fold. So you can make a pattern for what you want to do, or you can just lay it out and mark it with, where's my thing? Hang on. You can use like oh, there it is. You can use a Sharpie marker or I have a dry erase marker and a silver Sharpie marker. Oh, the red would look really good on Felix. Yes, any of the black carriage horses in town would look good with like that red. Plantation Carriage Company has the red pads on their harnesses. So that like red rain, should think about that. Maybe tonight I should just make some red line covers and give those to Jennifer and see what they look like with her babies driving on the street. Let me try that. So tonight, I don't think I'm going to make a pattern, but this is what it looks like if you do. You just sort of draw out what you want. Now, if you're not a seamstress or a sewer, you do need to leave a seam allowance. 5/8 of an inch is kind of usual, but it's just make sure you stay consistent with anything that you're going to do. All right, so maybe I will do that red. I'll show the other options. I do have a green velvet. It's not real velvet, but it's like a velvet, so it's got that crushed pattern to it. So I've got that green velvet. I've also got this gold that's kind of a brocade fabric. I think this would be really pretty, but I don't know if I have anything nice enough to trim it with. I don't know what I would trim this with. Okay, so there's the green. What else have I got? If you're watching this on the playback, I may just be going through fabric for the next few minutes. If you want to know how to make rain covers, I don't know, skip ahead or don't skip ahead because I'm hilarious. What is this? Oh, this is just like a piece of brown taffeta. This is kind of ugly, but I like it. And then here is a piece of, ooh, this is like really nice blue satin. I don't know if I want to make satin rain covers and take them to the barn though, because the moment they get horse slobber on them or anything, I think the satin is pretty, but that's going to have to go for another costume thing. We can't even with you. Satin and taffeta, no. No, ma'am. What is this? This is like silk or like fake silk. I wonder if it's washable silk. It's got little, I don't know if you can see it. It's got little teeny gray polka dots on it. That's an interesting one. That kind of matches my hair. I might need this for something else. Okay, that's going off to the side. I have a white. We could just make white with white because I do have some interesting white trim. I thought I had some big tassels. And so I was looking for these tassels. And then when I pulled them out, that's too big. I can't make rain covers. Maybe for the draft horses, but can you see these like hanging off of each side of my little tiny horse's face? That would be ridiculous. That would be absolutely ridiculous. I have white pom-pom balls. See, these were like a drapery thing, but I can cut this here. So, oh, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. We're just going through. I'm shopping my stash here, Kelly. I did not go shopping for what we're doing tonight, so I'm just like making stuff. My friend Taylor's here. She lives here in Savannah, and we're talking about putting rain covers on the draft horses downtown. And I'm just cutting this apart because I was looking for trim, and these are pom-pom balls. You can make rain covers as easy or as simple. If you don't sew, you can totally make a pair of these either with some kind of fabric that doesn't fray. God, would you be able to do it like that? You can make it with hot glue. It might suck a little, but I just want to see what these pom-poms look like. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm totally distracted by my pom-pom. I'm trying to free the pom-poms, and now I just can't let go of this task. All right, y'all. I don't want to like cut the actual pom-pom. I'm just trying to get the little. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I'm underneath it. Okay. You should see my floor. It's like covered with fabric and trim and fake flowers and like ribbons and Velcro. Okay. So, okay. That comes off in a little thing. I could sew into the thing and then that. So my idea for tonight was to make one that's not straight, but to make one that comes down a little ways and then goes back up. So it's kind of triangular. And then off of the triangular bottom, haha, I said bottom, we could just hang the little point of it down like that. And I thought that would be cute. But the only pom-poms that I have are white, and that kind of annoys me. I wonder if I could paint them afterwards. That might be bad. They feel like cotton. They'd probably take dye. Okay, where's my other one? Let me cut that off. So these are possibilities that we're going to use. I got me some. Don't judge my balls. Oh, fabric and trim. What else do we need? I put down in the description box that we need twill tape because, and of course these don't have it. The other rain covers I have are finished and they have them. These aren't quite finished. But when the reins go into this end, you still need a way to attach them around the bit. So I take a little piece of twill tape and make a little loop here on the end that you can fold around the bit and then attach so that it doesn't slide back, that it stays snug up against the bit. I'll show you a little bit closer up in a little bit when we get to it. But I couldn't find any twill tape. I thought I had some. So what I'm using tonight instead is this grosgrain ribbon. It's a little bit smaller than I'd like for this work, but that's fine. This is 3/8 inch. It'd be nicer if it was 1/2 inch, honestly. And then Velcro to attach that little loopy thing around. So I've got my little, these are Velcro scraps that are left over from making the unicorn horns. And on the playback, I can link to that crafting live stream where my husband Scott helped me make a couple of unicorn horns. Anyway, we needed the Velcro for the base. So these were the scraps left over. And I'm like, what am I going to use these for? Ah, guess what? I'm going to make rain covers. Hee hee. So where did my Diet Dr. Pepper go? I think I need to make a decision about fabric so I can do something. Oh, one last fabric choice. This is kind of nice, but I don't know about the pattern, like being for rain covers, especially since I want to do like a triangular thing. I don't know. We're going to say no on that. That's another thing that may need to be a costume for me. Okay, so let me get the scrappies and the thingies. These things will get out of the way. And maybe I do want to make the red ones for now and to make them with the little, All right, Taylor and Kelly, are you guys still here? I don't know. Give me a vote. Do we need to make the red with the red pom-poms going underneath? Or do we want to make something that these pom-pom balls hang off of? Either white, and then I can try to dye them. That might be fun. Even if the dye doesn't take completely, it might come out looking really interesting. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. Let's go back to the white fabric then. Oh, and needle and thread for stitching and a sewing machine. There's my sewing machine. Did I go through all the things already? I don't know. I'm terrible at this. Okay, where am I going to put this stuff until I need it? I'm putting all this other stuff away. La, 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 la. Okay. So first off, I need to try the balls. Oh, I'm home ec basic level. Oh, fixed torn blanket breaches holes. Make ears smaller on ear bonnets. Yes, but I have aspirations. I'll do a little. I only have a very basic sewing machine. It's like, you know, straight stitch and zigzag, which you can do just about anything on it. This is my sewing machine cover that I knitted, and it's just a thing, and it keeps it from getting dusty, but I put it on after it got dusty, so it's still dusty. Anyway, this is just a Singer simple machine. Is it even plugged in? Nope, I'm gonna have to do that. And sewing is pretty much, I think I went over this in one of the other live streams we did. Like, I've done puppetry for years and years, and the thing with puppetry is it's pretty much all just creative problem solving. You have to figure out how to do something, and then you have these materials, and okay, go. So, try the balls. It looks beautiful. Okay, so what I want to do is, how long do I want to measure? Where's my... Oh, one more trim I found. I'm getting distracted. I don't have anything to put this on, but I found this. Again, remember, this was all donated. This is pretty little beads. This is like very delicate little beads. And now I'm like, I want to do something with that. But not tonight. I might have to get up and actually. So we want to fold this over the fabric like this, because we're going to cut out. I guess I'll show you in a minute. I don't think I need. I need to iron this. I'm not sure how long I want this to be. I've got the selvage edge here. Can I angle it down? I don't know. Does that help? Let me know if you can't see, but I'm going to iron a little bit of this out. Hopefully my iron is not too hot. I haven't really checked. Okay. So I'm just trying to get any of the little wrinkles out. This makes it easier. Oh, shoot. Y'all. So here, I'm going to move this over. And I only need so much, and I'm going to cut it out. But if you, ironing is a pain in the butt. But if you take the time to do this step, it's a whole lot easier. Then you don't have to kind of wrestle with things. And I feel like I need more power from this iron. Come on, iron. What's wrong with you? I went over this again. And if you follow the live streams, you know my iron is one that if you don't mess with it for a while, it shuts off. Okay, I'm going to make this longer than I feel like I need it to be. All right. Here we go. And we're ironing. We're ironing. We're la 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 ironing. Let's see. Kelly, I bet you can make a pair of rain covers to match some of the flags that you ride with. By the way, y'all, feel free to drop your Instagram, handles or whatever the kids call it in there. And y'all follow each other if you want followers or whatever. I'm cutting out this piece of fabric with my scissors that needed sharpening about 10 years ago. Hang on. Hang on, everyone. This is happening. Don't lose out. I'm just going to cut this out for now. Okay. There we go. I will cut another one. Maybe I need to. So this is what I end up with. See, there's a fold on top. Here's me again. So we've got the fold on top. Let me just demonstrate with this one. And this actually has some sort of little seam in here that I don't want to be in here. I'm mad at this seam. It needs to go away. This looks like it used to be like curtains or something. We're repurposing. We're upcycling. Do I want to keep that? There's like this little, there's an already sewn edge right here, and I might just want to keep that there. I might want to like that. I think I like that. It can stay. So, but now I need to iron it again, make sure everybody's happy, make sure it's all smoothed out, make sure there's no blemishes, make sure nobody's going to make fun of it at school. All right, what have we got going on here? So there, it's starting to look like a thing. I didn't even measure this. If you want to be precise, measure everything out. And again, like I said, leave 3/4 inch seams so that when you stitch it on your sewing machine here, then you can get it done. Oh my gosh, there's like a lot of extra threads over here. Okay. I feel like the red would have been prettier. I don't know if maybe the white is easier to see though. Okay. So we're going to want a to put a seam on here to press the seams to the inside. So I'm going to open it up here. Let me show you. I'm opening it up, and then I am turning up the seam edge and I'm pressing it like that. So that's what we're doing on this side. Now I really should be measuring this with a seam gauge. I'm not. So do as I say, kids, and not as I do. So here, once we get here to the end, there's like a lot of weirdness here. So I'm tucking all of the weirdness inside. And let's just hold it there. We're going to hold it there. Look at it. I'm going to make it call me ma'am. There you go. Look at that. So now we've got a nice, can we see this like nice little crisp seam? And we're going to turn around and do the same thing on the other side. It's not going to go smoothly on this side because on this side we already had, it was the site of where there was a seam before. So it was, the fabric was already trained to go that way. This part, this side of the fabric is going to be wild and unruly. It's going to be sneaking out of the house at night. It's going to be saying the dog ate its homework. It's going to be smoking cigarettes. It's going to be sneaking into clubs. It's just not going to behave. Okay. I can see it's already like totally coming up. It's not. So this is the boring part of making the rain covers. If you get everything measured and cut and ironed, if you get it all right, then it's just like one quick little seam that you have to sew up the end, and like suddenly you're done, except for a little bit of hand stitching. So this is why I've avoided this. I've needed to make new rain covers for a while, and I've been kind of avoiding it. And this is why, because the tedium of these tasks, I'll be like, I don't wanna. Okay, so let's go back down here again. So now I don't, here we go. Let's see if I can show you. So now we have where we have pressed both seams inside, and we can make a nice closed seam on the end here. Now we've got that, and we've already got this end done like that. Now we actually need to do the very end of it. So we're going to do this side again like this to make the end. What about a little bit of water to help soften the fabric? Actually, yes. When I worked in a costume shop in college, she used to have water, and also for the really tough seams, like when you couldn't get a seam into or out of a fabric, we would spray with vinegar, a little bit of like vinegar and water in a spray bottle. I don't have a spray bottle here with me though. I should have thought of that. Taylor, where were you? Where were you? Where were you? Right. I said when I posted this on Facebook, I also said that this would work for things like dog leashes or goat leads. If you have goats, like you could make a very fancy cover and put like little fake flowers, you know, glue. Well, a goat, if you had a goat lead, a goat would eat the fake flowers. You can't do that. But you could put trim. A goat would eat trim too. All right, you could do it with a dog. You could do it with a dog leash. All right, next time, note to self. Next time, bring a water bottle, a spray bottle back here. Okay, so I am just now going back over all of these seams that I just did, and then we'll stitch it up, and I'll show you guys. I wonder if I should put some other trim underneath too. Let me look real quick and see if I have something. I'm not going to look too long, you guys, I promise. Because actually, I feel like this could be done very soon. And then I could probably even do one with the red. Or I could just make a match to this one. I feel like instead of making a match, I want to make a different one though. You know, like use up the live stream to show what's possible. Okay, so we're just ironing. That's what's happening. Hi, how are you? This is the ASMR portion of the live stream. I'm seriously out of Diet Dr. Pepper. Hey, Scott. Will you go get me a Diet Dr. Pepper? I love you. I think there's one in the fridge, like in the top. Love you, thank you. Okay, where's my pom-poms? Here's one. So here's what I'm thinking. Oh, I didn't make it like a triangle thing like I said I was gonna. So like, oh, see, okay, I'm dumb. I need to make it into a, there's the marker. And now I do need something to measure it with though, which is going to be in here in my little thing. Hang on. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. I used the force. It did. That was Scott. Again, if you've watched the Unicorn Horn crafting stream, he did a chat with me too. All right, when it's cold, that's good stuff. Okay. So I am actually going to take, I don't know where my hem gauge is. I looked earlier, but remember what a mess I am. So this is actually a knitting gauge, but it has inch and centimeter measurements up on one end. So I'm going to leave enough room for the reins to go through here. They might be an inch long rein. So we'll say 1.5. All right, hang on. I'm gonna have to do math. I'm doing math live on the YouTubes. Okay, if I do that, then I have to go another 3. Okay, I'm just gonna do 2 inches, and then we're gonna do a 3/4 inch seam. That'll be including the 3/4 inch seam. It'll work, I promise. So now that needs to go in a straight line from here to here. So I marked on the fabric. This is the open end where the reins are going to go in. And so this marks the line where that's going to be the edge. Now I also need like a straight edge. I'm just going to use the straight edge of this. And I'm going to... This is so like not actually accurately measured. If you were looking for a tutorial on how to sew properly, you came to the wrong channel. But if you are here to hang out with me and craft and talk about techniques and make stuff for your horse or you or your dog or your cat or your rabbit. I don't know what kind of pets you have. I don't know you. Or maybe I do know you. If I do know you and your pets, sound off in the comment section. All right, so I will show you. I'm going to hold this up in just a second and show you what I did. Okay. So now I have made a line. I have done a thing. We're going to have to re-iron. You were so excited we were done ironing. But we're not done. Oh, no, we're not. Okay. So here's what I've done. Remember, we had this. So this is going to make it a little bit more where it like hangs down. The bit is over here where my hands are, and then your hands are over here on the reins, riding your horse. So now I'm going to cut it. Cut. Measure twice, cut once. Haha, have you met me? Okay, I'm cutting. It's happening. Whatever's going on, we can't take it back now. Your objections have been noted, but it's too late. All right, but I gotta keep it straight. I really need to sharpen these scissors. What is wrong with me? These scissors have been so abused over the years. They've been cutting paper. They've cut wire. They've cut wire. They've cut the plastic on fake flowers. I've just been so mean to them, and still they give. So now we've got this kind of thing going on. Now we've got this. Wait, what's happening? My scissors are doing things. Oh my gosh, my scissors were about to report my channel. Oh, my kitty King Louie is watching with me. I wonder what we can make like this for King Louie. King Louie, that's the perfect name for a cat. Oh my God. That is precious. Okay, but now we need to iron another hem because I'm dumb and forgot that I was doing it in a triangular shape. What is wrong with me? Don't answer that question if you know. So I am turning it under again, a nice 3/4 approximately, 3/4 inch seam. And we are ironing a seam in this bad boy. We were just about ready to stitch it, and then I noticed I was down. This is my life. This is my life being scatterbrained and not remembering what you're doing. I write a billion lists a day. I I have notebooks of different sizes that I write things down on because I will forget stuff and I can't put it in my phone. It just, as for some reason, it just takes too long. Or it's not like my brain's like, no, write. You have to write it down and make a list and then cross it off when you do it. Anybody else like that? Are there listy people out there? Okay. Right. I think I've got this one done. I really do need some water to spray on this. Look at this. This is going to be so fancy. Once we stitch it up, you guys are going to be like, oh! You know what? I assumed I was doing something darker, though, and I think all I have is that black grosgrain ribbon, and I really should have gotten like, ooh, but with this, maybe I could use a silver ribbon. Did I even finish the sentence? No, I did not. I'm like being a little manic over here. But where you attach it to the bit of the bridle. Just gonna let this sit here for a bit. I'm not gonna burn the house down. That's not gonna happen. Okay, now I think we're almost ready to go again. We're almost ready to go, you guys. I'm getting really excited. I feel like this is a good thing. Okay. So I am just making sure at this point that it is ironed correctly. I probably should have straight pins out and be like pinning this. I'm going to move the computer when I do the sewing machine so you can see what I'm doing on the sewing machine. Don't panic, y'all. I'm not going to turn my back to you and be like, bye. Bye. If you do not know how to thread a sewing machine, I may sort of include a brief walk you through it kind of a thing. Okay, so now we've got this as our rain cover, and then this is going to end up stitched in down here. And then I'm going to dye it or color it somehow. That's going to be our little, I'm fancy. Okay. I feel like now we need to move on to the sewing machine. That is a thing that needs to happen. God, it's after 10 already. What is going on? I spent like half an hour ironing and shopping my stash. Okay, I'm going to put those down here. And of course I have black thread in the sewing machine, but you know what? Maybe this is a perfect time to go over threading the sewing machine. And here is where we can talk about how wonderful YouTube is. If you don't know how to sew and you've been watching my live streams and you've been doing things like making the unicorn horns and stuff, but now you're like, okay, now you're doing a sewing machine, Michelle, and I don't know what to do, and I'm really confused. Don't panic. I have to turn it on. Hang on, I think I have to plug it in. Here is the pedal. I guess mine. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I should have done this before. I know. Shh. Okay. Ta-da! This is my sewing machine. My mommy gave me this sewing machine. Excuse me, mommy. Hang on, where's my phone? Let me put this up here so I can see. There we go. Oh, I need white thread now. I have the iron on the floor right by my feet. Who wants to bet $5 that I burn myself on the calf? I really think that's a thing that is about to happen. Teal? No, we do not want teal. White, here we go. We're going to do that. I might have to wind a bobbin. There are, for those who don't know sewing machines, there's threads underneath and threads here, and they crisscross in and out of each other, and they make your little seamy doodle. Tell me about that one. What is this? Dual duty, all purpose. Oh, and I just got a text from someone. That one's already being used. We're going to use that one. But I thought I had like other bobbins and stuff. Maybe they're in the little machine. Maybe they are. I don't even know. How long has it been since I used my machine? Well, here's bobbins, but they don't have any thread in them. So here we are under here. This is the little thread part underneath with our bobbins. see. That's the little thread that goes underneath. And then here is the little thread that goes up top. Now, my machine and a lot of newer machines have little diagrams that with little arrows that will show you, oh, Rebecca's here. Hey, geek girl. That will show you if you don't know how to thread the sewing machine. Here's what I was talking about just a second ago. Look it up on YouTube. There's a billion tutorials. You could probably even look up whatever your sewing machine is. For example, I could look up Singer Simple how to thread on YouTube and just come on up with it if you forget, you know, how to do it. So I'm going to put the black aside for the moment. So Rebecca, for you just getting here, I was showing examples of, this is for the pirate costume for Artax and Sunny's pirate costume. So this is with the coins on it. And then there's one I made with silver fringe that we've used for unicorn photo shoots because it looks kind of fancy. And then we make a pattern, and you just pretty much missed all the ironing. Like we cut out a shape here. We were doing white fabric tonight just for a pretty basic one. And then we ironed in, when you open it out like this, see, here we go. And then you put it together with the fold on top. And then we're going to stitch a seam here in just a second after I've threaded my machine. So I'm putting the spool of thread up here with the little stopper on it. And now I'm threading the machine according to the little diagrams on the top, and I'm going to cheat and look. So dupe through there. Oh, to wind the bobbin, we're going to do it around here. Okay. To wind the bobbin. Put it this way. Okay. I think I did this correctly. Where's my scissors? Where did they go? All right. We're going to wind the bobbin. So this gets, we put the thread on the bobbin from this thread that's up here. So I thread it through the little hole. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. Thread it through there. Put it on there, click it into place. Where'd my pedal go? Did we do it? Did we do it? Is it happening? It's happening. Okay, I'm gonna clip my little thread here. It's kind of satisfying. All right, that's enough. Okay, so we've wound our bobbin. Unlock it, pull it out, clip that thread. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Now we get it to where, here we go. I'm going to show this part right here. I put it in, and the thread goes down under here. And then we stick it back on in there. And it's so easy, it just goes right back in there. Okay. Now, oh my gosh. I found my other horse earring. Yay, I've lost that. Yes. It was under my sewing machine the whole time. Okay. Now we are threading the sewing machine, and it goes in a different configuration than when we use the bobbin. It goes down under here, and it goes back up here, and then it goes back down here, then it goes through here. And then we thread the needle, and we hope we don't have to put our glasses on. Okay. Come on now. Come on now. Oh my gosh, I did it. I did it. I have threaded my sewing machine. Now, for those who don't know sewing machines, we've got this bottom thread coming out here out of the bobbin. We've got the top thread up here, but we need to pull that bottom thread up through the machine so that we've got both threads coming up on the top. So I'm just going to move the thing back here until it catches. Come on now, catch. There we go. It's caught it. Let me pull it back through here. You probably can't see all this stuff on the live stream If I ever get enough, if there's enough people that want to sew stuff, I don't know, maybe I ought to do like a sewing machine tutorial, a little quick and dirty sewing machine tutorial video for equestrians. I do my best. Rebecca says she does her best to miss out on ironing. I know. Well, and I haven't like measured anything tonight. I've just been like, I'm going to kind of cut it here and I'm going to mark a little line. Okay, so now we can close that part back up. There's the oil for this machine. You're supposed to oil like the guts of the machine every once in a while. I totally don't do that. I don't do that. Okay, so also I should be pinning. You know what? Why don't I pin it? Why don't I pin it? Why don't I do this right? Why don't I actually do this right? Where are my straight pins? Okay, I can't find my straight pins, so we're not even going to pin this. Y'all, my life. Where did they go? What the hecking heck? All right. Why? Oh, we're too busy oiling saddles to bother with oiling sewing machines. For real. I'm bad about taking care of stuff. Do you know what? That's partly why I wanted to do the tack chat, because I hate cleaning my tack. It's such an annoying chore. And I'm like, well, maybe I can hang out with some friends and drink some wine and do it. So I'm putting this under here. And I'm going to stitch through all of the layers that we just did. And I'm going to show you. Go over here like this and then back up over it to finish the seam. So I'm going to continue checking to make sure the edges are together over here. Excuse me, Trevor. All right. We're doing it. I'm so excited. Is there a hidden stash in the sewing machine bucket? Wait, is my phone dying? What the heck? Hidden stash in the sewing machine bucket? A hidden stash of what, Taylor? Yeah, my sewing machine bucket is usually a tangle of random crap. Like a sewing machine bucket? Like my, do you mean this? My, I forgot that the live stream was over here. I'm like talking to my phone, like you guys can see me over there, y'all. Like this or in the sewing machine itself. Stash, because I have a couple of places right now. I'm not taking this all the way to the end because I want to put the, and I'm not going back over the seam because I don't want it totally finished off here. But then I raise the needle up, bring it out here in the machine. A hidden stash, only, like not in here. All I've got in here is, it's like a couple of bobbins and then my oil. My oil. You know, the thing with the stuff. I know, vocabulary. I can't words tonight. Okay, but now we actually made a thing. Look. Look, we made a thing. Look, we made a thing. So it'll go on the bit and it'll be down at that end. And it's open. And there is a seam here. This is the seam that I just sewed. Now, if I was putting some trim in this, I would have pinned it between these layers and then stitched the seam like this. Oh my God, do you know what I'm just noticing? That's the Sharpie line. That came out like really noticeable. That makes me mad. I should have cut that off. Might have to add something else to cover that. I'm so annoyed by that. But now we can sew in the pom-pom ball. Yeah, I have like all the broken unwinding bobbins, pins, broken needles. I have a couple of random sewing kits that are pretty crazy. All right, hang on. I think I want to go back to ironing and make sure I've got this edge ironed evenly and properly. And then I'm going to hand stitch a pom-pom in there so we can talk about that. Where did oh my God, I almost burned my foot. When did I tell you guys? Okay. Put some bias tape over the edge. Well, I'm mad about that edge showing. This fabric is a lot more see-through than I thought. Y'all. This is why making stuff this is why people are like, I'm just going to go to Hobby Lobby and buy it, or I'm just going to order it online. All right. I am fixing the edge so that everything is even. Here we go, because this is actually, this came out slightly uneven, and now I'm annoyed. All right, is that on the other side anyway? I'm only going to show it on that side anyway. Now I need some white thread, though, to sew. You know what? I bet I want to sew it in with the sewing machine, though. Never mind. Need a unicorn and center Etsy shop. I thought about that. I thought about making the unicorn horns. It takes me so much time to, when working with all the horses during the day, because I have to work with them every day, and then making things and making the videos, and it's just so much time, and I get overwhelmed, and so like I don't have time to make extra things to sell. But everything that I've read online talks about having a product to sell, and so I'm like, well, maybe I should make time to make those and have those as my thing. Like I'll still teach people how to make them, but then have some for sale for the people who are like, F it, I'm not doing that. I can't get this to lay right, and I'm feeling mad about it. It's because this is not even. All right. Anyway, child labor, yes. I had an Etsy shop when I had a bunch of stuff that I knit. It was like a lot of my things that I had knit. Hats, baby hats, and things like that. But I never really kept up with it. I'm not good at mailing things. I really want to do a giveaway, but honestly, I'm terrible at mailing things. I have a feeling somebody would win and they would never ever mail the thing, and they would hate me and blast me online, and nobody would ever like me ever again. Maybe that's too much. All right. Where am I? Oh. Okay. I'm trying to make this work. It's not wanting to work, and I'm going to make it because that's how I live my life. Where'd my pom-pom go? We're going to have something to show by the end of this dag nabbit. Hang on. We want to make this a little more even. I should have had my glue gun out and like dab the end of this with the hot glue gun. Honestly, I feel like that would have helped. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got it like in here, and I'm going to stitch this right on the end of it. My nose is itching. Oh my God. What does that mean? Company's coming? I think that's what my grandmother used to say. When your nose itches, company's coming. All right, hang on. We're going back over to the watch out, Mr. Iron. Going back over to the sewing machine, boys and girls, or ladies, or whoever's here. I will mail your stuff. Oh, you girl. No, this is why I'm terrible at mailing things. So if you can take 3 years to mail me something, and I will totally forgive you, because I can't. I can't mail things. If I ever get to the point where I want to have like giveaways or have, you know, merchandise that I sell or something, I'm going to have to get somebody else to take care of shipping or something, because I can't. All right, here we go. I'm going to stitch this on. I'm making it happen. Back stitch over that like we mean it. I'm going to back stitch again. All right. I think we just did something. I think we just did something. And you know what? I might use some elastic instead of twill tape to finish this off, so we can keep it. Oh no, I said I was going to use ribbon. There we go. So here we go. A cover for the reins. So the reins slip through in here. Here's the opening, and then the end of your reins go out through here. So you will have, it will come out right through here. I have seen patterns online where the reins go all the way from like the bit all the way around, and there's ways you can adjust it in the middle. But they talk about how slippery that is, like when you're riding, how it will slide back and forth over the leather. And I can't imagine that that would be very safe. So I like to make them really short. And I feel like something about this length, like I can always change this and shorten it a little bit as well if I feel like it needs a little bit of shortening. And I can shortening. Mom's little baby loves shortening, shortening. Oh, Liam will outgrow his shirt. Oh, if you wait too long, no, he'll be little forever, won't he? They're little forever, right? They're little forever. They're little forever. Fight me. All right, so now we have a way, if we just put this on the bit like this, it will sag and it'll back up. And you know what? I really should go get a bridle to show you. I have a bridle in there, don't I? No, I don't think I do. But where you need something that comes out here on the side and, you know, like make sure it doesn't go crazy and sag. So I was going to use this black grosgrain ribbon. I like to use twill tape, like 3 1/2-inch twill tape, because it's pretty sturdy and it's kind of, I don't know, it doesn't stretch like bias tape does, and it's not delicate like blanket binding or anything like that. Oh, Taylor is asking what the length is. I am honestly not sure. Let me measure it. This one that we're making tonight measures. This one's about 23 inches. 23 inches, and let me measure the other ones. These are fairly short. My piratey ones that I did, those are 17 inches. Now, the reins that I have are black, so when I made the piratey ones and the silver fringe ones, I wasn't too worried about how long they were. So maybe we can see what this looks like. And if it's too harsh, I don't know, maybe have to add like some ribbons or something at the end of it so it looks like it's supposed to be like that. If ever something looks obvious and weird, I just decorate it so it looks like it's supposed to be like that. That's pretty much my costuming style. There you go. All right, so what was I doing again? Oh, grabbing some. So I'll need some white Velcro. Here's my Velcro. I've got it very carefully organized. Again, do as I say, not as I do, kids. So I need some male and some female. There's the male. Here's the female. Give me that. The female is the fuzzy end, and the male is the fuzzy side, and the male is the sticky side, the hard. The male's the hard side, and the female's the soft side. I said it. Okay. You know what? I bet I could just make little straps of Velcro on the end of that. That'll be the easiest. Why am I trying to add ingredients to this list? Why am I doing that? I don't know. I must hate myself. Okay. So here's what we're going to do, kids. On the end here, we're going to stitch a little bit of Velcro. So yeah, one on one side, one on the other. I bet an inch or two of each will work. There we go. Inch and a half. Where's my little measury dealy? Measury dealy. I believe that is the correct word for this. Worm. It's the correct worm. Do I want an inch and a half or do I want 2 inches? I'm going to do an inch and a half. I'm doing an inch and a half. You can't stop me. You can't stop. I didn't even measure it. Do we even know if it's an inch and a half? I'm such a rebel. Okay. Now I need to thread a needle because we're going to sew this bead on. Is that the kind of needle I want? I might need a different needle. Hang on, y'all. I think for this fabric, I need one that's kind of fine. The finer your fabric, the finer your needle. Didn't I just get some needles? Didn't I do that? Isn't that a thing I did? I could have sworn, y'all. I also got some fancy elastics for when we did fairy wings. can't I find anything? I went and I looked at all my stuff right before I started this whole thing. Clearly I needed sustenance. All right, clearly that needle is also going to have to do. Because all I can find is old needles. Like, what is even with that? I see them. Wait. Oh my God, wait. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. The package of needles, the whole top just came off of it. I might have just spilled. Okay. There's a bunch of sewing needles spilled at the bottom of my sewing kit. I swear, y'all. How do I live? How do I not like just die every day? How am I an adult in charge of things? I don't understand. Is that a size I need? Now I gotta look for what size. There's a pile of needles in here. Why am I like this? I think that one might be better. No. That one's probably good. Okay, if I need another one, now I know where all the needles are. Y'all. Okay. This is not good. We'll use this one. Oh, Lord. Okay. It is 10:30. I'm supposed to be finishing up this live stream, but I'm going to keep going for just a little bit. Just until I finish this one. So we can have something. So we can look at it and be like, look, we made this. And maybe I'll better trim next time. I can't get this even needle threaded. All right. Also, Brianna, if you're here and you're crocheting and you're watching and hanging out with me, hey girl, I love you. Is that in? Did I do that? Okay. So now we are hand stitching. That's what we're doing. You know what? I wonder if I could stitch it on the sewing machine. I probably could, but I'm not gonna. I'm not like that right now. I'm not about that life. I had to hand stitch some snake tie crafts at Liam's Taekwondo camp today. They made these snakes out of like recycled neckties. And so, of course, all the kids' snakes were like exploding everywhere. And so when I went to pick Liam up, I was like, all right, give me that. I can help. So I'm putting this way up at the top here. So when it goes around the bit, this is going to hang down pretty much as low as possible. Alrighty. I am periodically remembering to check the chat. Thank you to everybody who's been here tonight, to Rebecca for showing up, to Kelly and Taylor. Taylor, if you're still here, like you graduated, didn't you? Or didn't you just graduate from SCAD? Are you still here in Savannah? Just let me know. I didn't know if you're like staying here. All I'm doing is like I didn't know if you're a local person or if you came from somewhere else in the world and you're going back there now that you're done with college. I can't right now. Why is this messing up? And also there is an extra Tuesday in this month. The 31st falls on a Tuesday. And normally we do the first and third Tuesdays is this crafting live stream. And then the second and fourth Tuesdays is tack chat where we clean tack. So for the extra, there's like a bonus day. And I was thinking of doing like a stitch and bitch where we do knitting and crocheting and I just sit here and knit some stuff and we just chat about stuff. So I think Brianna said she was in on for that. But oh, grad, not undergrad. A grad. Oh, okay. I know. I miss seeing you downtown. I have been working downtown, Taylor. I'm working for Jennifer for a plantation carriage company now, but not very often, just like every once in a while. Why can't I get the needle through this thing? Sorry, I'm getting frustrated with my thing. Right? Because, yes, I watch you on Facebook, Taylor, and I'm always like, oh, she's doing things. I love it. Because when I first met you, you were just like the pedicab girl. I didn't know you were like an artist and did stuff. I didn't know you like were a real person. I'm just kidding. I knew you were a real person, but you know what I mean. Okay. Did I do this wrong? I may have done this wrong. I hope I didn't. If I did, I can fix it. That's the fun thing about making stuff. You can fix it. it sucks and you hate it. That happens sometimes. And then I'm like, oh, man. Okay. Oh, also local. Yay. Yay. That means I don't have to say goodbye to you. That's the worst when people come here and then they're like, bye, I'm leaving. Okay, I'm stitching this on. I'm not going to stitch it too good just so we can see how it works. I just want to finish it up for the live stream. So there we go. First of all, so we have one side to the little thing. And again, this is going to, the reins go through here. And then this was going to wrap around the bit and stabilize it. Excuse me. So here we go. And this has to be this way so that it catches. Oh, let me do another thing in here. We're almost done. I know it's been longer. It's like 10:32. My phone is dying. But I want to finish this up. I'm going to finish it. We're going to do it. So again, I'm positioning this. And now this is like right side to right side so that it can wrap around itself and win and work. Because if we did both wrong sides together, it would not happen. I usually take forever hand sewing. I have to admit, Velcro annoys me. But okay. And now I'm like, do I want to leave these white? Do I want to paint them like with some fabric paint? I wouldn't really be able to wash them if I painted them, would I? I need to dye them. Dye them a fun color because I think that pom-pom, this fabric won't dye. This is not a natural fabric. That's some kind of polyester. So whatever I dye it, the fabric of the rain covers itself probably won't really take a dye unless I use a polyester dye. But this little booger, I think, is going to be a thing that will dye. Did I get this up enough? Did I do this? I don't think I put it in the right position. Okay. Okay. We're just going to cut that off so we can look and see. So this would be how it goes around the bit. Let me see if I can show you. So there you go. That's the bit in there. And then the reins go in through here. Now, if you need to, you can stitch up this part right here a little bit more. So then you've got, please stop. And he goes, okay. And then you go turn this way. Then you go turn that way. And look how fancy he is. All right, well, I guess that's it for our live stream. That is how you make rain covers. I didn't get to the red one, but that's pretty much basically it. If you want to alter the pattern, you can make a scalloped edge. You can put trim all along the bottom. You can use different colors, different shapes. I want to make one that's like triangular, so it looks almost like dragon teeth or something like that. But this is going to be one. I'll make a pair of them, and I don't know how it's going to end up. I may paint it. I may leave it white. I don't know. Maybe I need a white. I don't know. We'll see. But so the next Tack Chat will be next week. I'm not exactly sure what the topic is. I was going to do the heat and how we handle the heat in the summertime with our horses, and we were going to talk about that. But I'm also, there is an animal rights protest coming up next weekend. They're protesting, trying to get the carriage companies shut down. And so we may do a special Tack Chat where we talk about strategies for dealing with people who are trying to stop you from having horses. I don't know how I want to put that. Anyway, so we might do that. I'm not sure, but tune into Tack Chat next Tuesday night. And then the next Tuesday after that is going to be a bonus live stream, and we'll get some yarn and we'll have some needles and we'll crochet, we'll knit, and we'll talk about stuff. We'll stitch and bitch. That's what we'll do. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, Brianna. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Taylor. Is that who we had tonight? I love you guys. Thank you. I have fun doing this. And you know what? Honestly, if I didn't make a schedule and do it, I would probably put it off. There's so much that I put off. And so now that I have it on the schedule, like I'm doing it. And now I have half a project done and I have to finish it. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'll see you guys next Tuesday or in the next video. Oh, pay attention to Thursday's video this week. It's going to be fun. It has to do with exploding watermelons. What?